Very nice. We like this a lot. Welcome back to the channel, guys. Have a look and see what we're doing today. Ta-da! What is going on down here? This is the millibug that we're getting sandblasted. It looks like some sort of arena, doesn't it? So we've got our rims that we're going to sandblast. Obviously the bug's under the cover so we don't get rain on it. And I will show you that a little bit later. And what we're doing now is just stripping these guards. If we have a look in here, we've got the motor out of it. We took that out yesterday. And now all we're doing is just stripping some parts off these guards and bonnet and hood and everything else. So in preparation for the sandblaster. Dun dun dun. Okay, let's get this stuff done. Okay guys, so it's the next day and we've got a nice cool 20°C day and we're getting ready for the sandblaster to rock up. So as you can see here, this is how we've got it all set up. Our rims, our body, we've just used some MDF to cover up. You know, the dust is still going to get inside it, but that's all right. We just didn't want a whole lot getting inside. Covered up the gearbox and covered up the electrics in a pipe. And yeah, we're looking... It'll be interesting to see how much hidden repairs and rust comes out. So we'll get Will to probably just rock up there on it with his truck and then he can blast away and yeah, we'll go from there. All right guys, so the truck is in the house and we're just going to set this up now and let the fun begin. Okay guys, so here's the aftermath after Willie's left. You can see that everything's been blasted and the body's come up pretty good. You can see here a couple of little spots that will need repairing. I'm just filming on the iPhone because the GoPro died, unfortunately. The battery didn't last. Anyway, you can see there, that whole part there we're going to replace because I think that's just too far gone. But the rest of the body is not too bad at all. Roof's pretty good. And yeah, so we're just going to get some phosphoric acid on this thing now. Paint up all these wheels. There's all the panels here. Come up pretty nice indeed. These parts here will obviously vibe back with some 80 grit or paint stripper and let the restoration begin and continue. Yoo. Hello, Bonnie, is it time for work? Well, we're back on the millie bug and here it is. So we're going to continue on the bug today and we've got some body work. Yeah, there's a bit of body work. We've got some little pinholes up here, obviously a little bit of grinding to do along these ones, a couple of little holes to fill in here, a little bit more grinding in here. I can hear Oven Boy coming. Here he is. Here he is. That's the man right there. We're getting supplies. We're going to chop a floor. Ah, yes.
That's what you get.
Yeah, that's all I get. Damn it. We're on a budget around here, guys, so just remember that. Because the bread costs a lot of money to bake.
That flour's gone up at least 20%. And the salt cost, my God.
That's right.
Working hard on no salt.
The quality control expert is out there. Bonnie, say hello to everybody. Say hi. Hi. No, not interested today. She's like, why am I in this cage? Anyway, we'll continue. We're going to chop the floor out. That's the first job we're going to do. We've just got a little bit of rust down in here. So we're going to mark it. You can see where I've just put a little texture marker around there. And we're just going to chop this section out. So let's get her done. Okay guys, so what we're doing now is just working on the guards, and we've had some quite big repaired areas here that were repaired before. You can see by all the bang marks, but it was pretty bad. It was still pretty wavy, so I've just been spending a bit of time with a hammer and dolly and just going over it, trying to get it a lot smoother so we don't have to add too much filler. And I just use a bit of emery paper, or I don't know what it is. It's pretty heavy grade, like probably an 80 grit actually, and just do a bit of a cross hatch motion on it. So and then that just shows up all the low spots, and we can come either backside or front side. Flip her over, check the other side. Alright, that's more than acceptable. So that'll just have a very, very light skim coat over that, and that's done. We can move on to another panel now. I think this one, the rest of it was pretty good. That's nice. Okay, I'll drop that one off. This one's got a fair bit of whacking. You can see with this one there's some big low spots, so we can actually attack that from the other side and get those brought out a bit more. Once you look in here you can't see them, so use our sandpaper. That's a lot better. We'll go and grind all that off soon. Okay, let's keep going. Okay, so we've just given this another grind, filled up a couple of those pinholes that we had in these little repaired sections. So they still need a little bit more fandangling, a bit of welding there. Same deal here. This little gutter here still needs to be repaired, so we're going to have to do a little bit of filling in that. But apart from that, it's not looking too bad. Now I did go and also just repair this area on the bonnet or the hood. This section had a pretty big hit to it, so that came out awesome. That's like literally you don't even have to put any filler on that, or a very, very slight skim coat. And a little bit further on that as well, I just went over that one and got that Mickey Mouse. Very nice. We like this a lot. Awesome. All right. Well, we're actually run out of gas, so we're going to have to go and get some more argon, and then I can continue welding. We've still got a few spots to go, so bring you back in soon.